Okay, so I'm aware this is quite a primitive video, but it's our first one, and I know there's a lot of you that can't make accountability this month. So, and you can see my Revolution phone in the background there. But anyway, I've only got about 10 minutes on here, so I need to kind of whiz through this for you. And if you've got any questions, please just email me or speak to me next time we see you in session. So basically this month is about, is your heck in check? But before we go through that, I just want to go through a quarterly summary for what we've done so far this year. The first and most important thing that I still think keeps coming up for people is that you really cannot mix nutrition plans and expect results, or lack compliance and get results. Okay, nobody achieves anything by cheating, and the less compliant you are, the longer it's going to take you to get you where you want to go. Which, if that's in your plan, that's absolutely fine. If you would rather get there more slowly, that's not a problem. It's your plan. But the biggest thing is, you know, I want to try and teach you the metabolic way, because I know that it works, and I know that it will deal with so many issues that a lot of you have. So please stop getting into the whole having a bit of Slimming World and a bit of Weight Watchers and a bit of metabolic and a bit of South Beach. Please just follow the instructions that you're given and that's in your book. Secondly, that fat loss is primarily about hormones and not calories. So if you're still in that counting calorie mode, you need to work on getting yourself out of that, and please set that as a goal. Stress and sleep will both impact your ability to lose fat massively in some cases, and Metabolic Effect have two sayings: you can eat yourself fat or you can stress yourself fat. It might not be fat in the typical sense of the word when we see somebody that's obese, but certainly somebody who is skinny fat, where they're quite slender but will have a much higher proportion of body fat to muscle. And also you need to have a defined goal. At the start of the year, everyone's like, yeah, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit, I want to lose fat, blah, blah, blah. And they do these goals, but every month there's less people declaring what their goals are on the page. So really in April, I want to see pictures of you having written these goals down for April. What is your goal? Is it to get more sleep? Is it to lose 2% body fat? Is it to focus on your nutrition? Is it to take your supplements every day? What is your goal? Write it down, stick it on your fridge or put it on your screensaver and send me a picture to show me that you've done it, please. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go in here. You know, what is heck? Over here I've got a picture of the brain, because the brain is massive. The brain's going to get all these signals from what's going on in your body, both mentally and from what you're putting in your food and so on. Hunger, energy and cravings is what our heck is. You should be keeping a note of this on a daily basis with your daily nutrition plan that you should have written out in advance. It really is the easiest way for you to monitor if your current nutrition plan is working for you. Balance here will stop you utilising pure willpower to continue. So if you're relying on willpower, at some point you are going to hit the bottom, because it's going to give up on you. Your heck is determined by the hormones being released and will be affected by what you are or not eating. So just as if you decide that actually, oh my God, it's weighing day tomorrow and Louise is going to kill me, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to eat for 3 days, your hormones are going to go crazy and do you less favours than you actually think they will. So it's not just about what you eat, it's about what you not eat, it's about the way that you exercise. It's the whole story. So how do you manage your heck? Well, you manage your heck through 3 things. It's the management and control of your water, your protein and your fibre. Water is massive for everybody. It will help you with your energy levels. It will help you with sleep. It will help you stay hydrated and help you to function better in your exercise. It will help with so many things and just generally make you feel better. Dehydration has a huge impact on the body. Water and protein, and in your book that you should have read, should be your Bible and should be by your bedside or in your book, in your bag, it will tell you. So if your hunger or your energy or your cravings are out, it will tell you which way round to implement that, or what to do to help yourself. So, but just as I've done a little chart here to make it a little bit easier for you. So it says here, you can see our top 3, we've got imbalanced heck, but we've had, in the first one, we've had a fat loss. This would say to me that this person has had good results, but they've been working with willpower rather than skill power. And that at some point that's going to kind of disappear from them. So they need to look at increasing their protein and their fibre and manage it and take a look at it again in a couple of weeks. If your heck is not balanced and there is no result or just a weight loss, I would be looking to find out if I've lost muscle, which is a big no-no. We don't want to lose muscle. If we are hugely overweight, then we can afford to lose a little bit, but what we want to be doing is maintaining muscle mass while we lose weight, because that will help us continue on our fat loss journey and help to stop us with this yo-yo dieting that so many people get involved in. Add your protein and your fibre to stabilise your HEC, and then adjust carbs according to your tipping point, which you should all know about if you have read your book. I can discuss that on another one if you need to. I might even write you a little a newsletter on that. If there's fat gain, first thing I'm going to look at is compliance, and 60% of you will not be getting the results that you want because you're not being compliant enough. Again, increase your protein and fibre. Once you've looked at that and you've got that under control, then you can look to decrease fats and or carbohydrate depending on what's happening there. If your HEC is balanced and you're getting fat loss, it's absolutely perfect. You change nothing. If you have got HEC balance but there's no change, then again, check compliance. You don't be losing muscle mass, and I would start with increasing protein and then look to decrease your carbohydrate back down to your tipping point, or maybe test if you need to go lower or higher. And if you've got a balanced HEC but you've had fat gain, unfortunately that usually means that there hasn't been enough compliance and that you will need to reduce your carbohydrate intake. Metabolic effect will always talk to you about skill power, not willpower, because HEC allows you to practice the skills that you need to maintain a lifetime nutrition plan suited just to you. It will not suit everybody else, okay? And it will need changing periodically, as you know, the time, you know, women's periods can have an effect, menopause will have an effect, the amount of muscle mass you have will have an effect. So it's not going to not ever change, which is why you need to practice the skills to know how to change it as you need to. So there again, it looks to stop us relying on willpower. It allows you to take a holistic approach to your fat loss journey, and ultimately, and I think massively important for a lot of you ladies, is it means that there's no more starving yourself, counting calories, weighing anything, and being hungry, because that's just mean. What is holistic health? Okay, so primarily, if you're going to take yourself on a fat loss journey or a health journey, it has to come from the mind to start with. You've made that conscious decision that you're not happy about something, you want to change it. What you need to realise is that any journey like this requires working on the mind as well. You need to give yourself a little bit of time. You need to manage your stress and your sleep. You need to work out that as much as the hormones have an impact on your mind, depending on what you've eaten, so do your thoughts. And we have the ability to change our thoughts. And that's one of the hardest things that we do, but it makes a big difference. So think about how your mental attitude is helping you. If you're always very negative, I would say please start looking at a way to impact your mental health on a more positive aspect to help you in your journey. I just want to zoom in on this one here. So we're just looking at internal health now. If we all had a way to look inside ourselves, we'd have a very different motivation towards wanting to get fit and feel better. This person on the left here, clearly morbidly obese, but all that yellow stuff inside is fat around their internal organs, around their intestines, their liver, their pancreas, their kidneys. That's hugely, hugely dangerous. The white stuff that you can see on both the slender person and the obese person is subcutaneous fat, which is normal. But we need to be thinking about what we're doing to the inside as well as our outsides, and look at our journey as a holistic one. Can anything else aid HEC? Primarily your diet, protein, water, fibre, protein, water, fibre. I don't need to keep repeating that, please, I hope not. BCAAs, this went out in your newsletter this week, branch chain amino acids, really, really good for helping to increase fat loss in some cases, helping with cravings, helping with energy levels, and also can be quite a good little replacement if you find that you're not losing and we need to lose a snack maybe, you can replace them here. You need to speak to me for more details. There are naturopathic remedies such as rhodiola, ashwagandha, ginseng and holy basil, which are highly recommended by ME. Again, depending on what your problems are and where they are. But keeping a food diary, an exercise diary, will help to identify your problems. So first thing first, please reread your book. It is your Bible. Retake the quiz, get your burner type and start from there. How many mouthfuls of carbohydrates? Stick to it, keep a food diary. Plan your food around the recommendations for a week. So if they say 5 mouthfuls of carbs per main meal or 15 a day, then you do it for a week. Keep a daily log of how you feel about, or how you feel and how your HEC is. And then you can readdress. But I guarantee you, if you stick to the rules religiously, and take advice, it will work. You just got to stick to the damn instructions. And change one thing. First of all, look at your protein, fibre and water. Then we look at carbs and protein. And remember, one small change for the biggest difference provides the best adherence success. It is not a lifestyle, it's a lifestyle and not a diet. So don't change a million things at once. Change one and readdress it in a couple of weeks. Just as a quick note before we finish, I just wanted to show you this. This is McDonald's chicken. This is what goes into all their chicken products. So what I'm trying to say to you is, people get really peeved because they have to start watching what they eat. And they go, oh, well, I've got to give up this and I've got to give up that. Nothing needs to be foregone. You can have a little bit of everything. It's in moderation. But please be aware that a lot of these things that you crave and you treat yourself with are actually just full of chemicals and fat and things that are poisoning your body. So you need to keep that in mind when you think that you're kind of going without. Oh, that's me. Let's go back one. Okay, so the moral of the story is your HEC is the most important thing that you can look at. There are lots of actions you can take. All the help that you need to start with is going to be in your books that you've all been given. I hope you found that helpful, but if not, please email me at getfit@revolution.co.uk and I'll be happy to offer you some advice. And good luck for April.